The only time he wasn't productive and in complete control of this game was when Randy Ayers had him on the bench. And when you're leading the NBA in minutes, you need to have a big road victory. Why come out at all? All Allen Iverson is Kevin Garnett. A very quiet first half.
Well, the Sixer defense against Garnett starts with Thomas, and then it has built from there. Now on the receive, has to give it up again, and Cassell nails the three ball.
Where would this team, Minnesota, be today without Sam Cassell? Now, granted, Latrell Sprewell made his last 3 shots.
Well, here comes the crowd for the first time this afternoon. But at the other end, Robinson answers.
And one thing that Flip Saunders told us, he was very concerned about it. He senses his team getting into a scenario where they're just trying to turn it on and select parts of the game. And that's a dangerous way to live. The Lakers have tried that for years. It didn't work last year. And with the Timberwolves playing so well as they surge to the top here, really since they decided to go without Olowokandi, that's when the team really started to catch fire. That they were playing so well that right now they just seem to believe that they can win any game at the very end.
College basketball's Big Monday, presented by Bud Light, as 2 wonderful games tomorrow on ESPN. First at 7 p.m., Big East Showdown, Syracuse against Connecticut. Then out to the Big 12 for Missouri against Kansas. That's tomorrow on ESPN.
Have you seen the big man Okafor?
Yes, I have.
Very nice talent there.
He'll be a player in the NBA. He'll be a player.
Don't go out on a limb, Brent. That guy is going to have a great career.
Robinson. And, you know, Big Dog's had a solid
for Kevin Garnett.
Iverson misses off of Johnson's hands, and because he couldn't catch the ball, Philadelphia here with an opportunity to almost close the first half out. Snow is going to yo-yo the seconds down off until they get inside 10, down around 7. He'll attack. They don't want to leave the Timberwolves with much on that clock at all, if any. Iverson got inside, and he traveled. And they left 8.5 seconds. Plenty of time here for the Timberwolves.
A great thing for Philadelphia, they haven't come in here today making excuses. They are not looking at the refs. They are not whining and complaining. They have come to fight, and they have come to win today, the Sixers.
Timberwolves will talk about it. And Big Dog Robertson wandered around a little bit after leaving Milwaukee, where he was a first draft choice out of Purdue.
Well, he was in the netherworld of the Atlanta Hawks down there, and hasn't been good for anybody's career. But now coming up here and teaming with Iverson. Earlier this week, Big Dog Robinson was barking at his own coach. In the disastrous loss that they had at home Tuesday night against New Jersey, the worst home loss of the season for Philadelphia, Glenn Robinson played very little in the second half, and he was very upset about it. He has come out tonight and shown it. Why would you ever take me out, Coach?
Exactly. Martin back on the floor. At the buzzer, Garnett signals it may be a different half after the intermission.
And it was the same thing.
Shaquille O'Neal was the story of this game.
Oh, no question. He should be able to dominate against Toronto. They don't have a center on this basketball team. He should own the interior.
Vince Carter late nails a three-pointer, lead cut to 1, but Carter later drives, turns it over. Lakers win, game over. Lakers get away with one in Toronto, and lots of frustrations after that game. Hopefully we can show you a little bit later how Shaquille O'Neal kind of boiled over. Meanwhile, speaking of boiling over, how about LeBron, but also Carlos Boozer?
Carlos Boozer's been the guy, the reason this team is starting to elevate and win basketball games.
But the story, Sean, was LeBron.
LeBron James, I tell you what, right now, if I was a GM and I was building a team, I wouldn't take any player before him in the Eastern Conference. This guy has the best body in the East, tremendous size, incredible passer.
38 points for LeBron James in the Cavs win. Now, what you are seeing are coaches who have already been fired. It's been a very turbulent year so far for the coaching fraternity in the NBA. What in the world is going on? Don Chaney didn't fit into Isaiah's plans. Byron Scott goes to 2 finals. He's still fired. And then Jim O'Brien, maybe he saw the future in Boston, didn't agree with Danny Ainge. He decided to resign.
Shaq, Carl, and Kobe.
Hit the snow in Cassell on him.
That was on Sam Cassell.
Kevin Garnett, who realizes the importance of this game, knocking down the fadeaway jumpers, then getting right in everybody's face saying, who's coming with me here? At this point, you'd have to say it without question.
Robinson, this is at the other end. Now Cassell starts to press the issue. He's going right to the rack. He's on the line.
But on that MVP front, Tim Duncan is having a better season this year than he did last. He doesn't have the teammate support in San Antonio that he did last year or that Kevin Garnett has right now as Sam Cassell, an all-star, the way he's been playing this year in the first half.
Pick and roll. Dallenberg got back on the inside. But
the NBA, been named Player of the Week 3 times. And he's Player of the Week right now. More performances like this, he'll be MVP come April.
Michelle?
Oh, guys, last year Kevin Garnett was right there for MVP, and according to Flip Saunders, he's just so much better. He's elevated in every way that he can. He says he's a lot more comfortable now because of his supporting cast. He will not feel the pressure going into the 4th quarter than he normally does.
Iverson off to the left and into Cassell's hands. A 4-point margin. Stolen. McKee. Robinson on the attack. The running hook. Will it fall? No.
Such range on the backboards, Kevin Garnett. Jack up a 3 spree.
Oliver Miller cutting, was able to save it. And Garnett nails it. Oliver Miller showed wonderful hustle. That's what it'll do for you, folks, when you lose 80 pounds.
Oliver Miller has always possessed tremendous basketball skills and surprising quickness. It's his inability to maintain any sort of discipline away from the court has plagued him miserably. Wow, that's a big shot.
That is. Robinson, nice baseline move.
Kevin Garnett, who has come alive here in the second half, well on his way to yet another triple-double. Allen Iverson, red hot early, has 8 assists to go as well, but he's 0 for 5 here in the 3rd quarter as the field goal percentage has just been a teeter-totter. It was all Philadelphia the first half. Right now it's Minnesota who has swung into complete control
for the Sixers. Here's Iverson. Cassell's right there on him. Open man's McKee. This is the 3. Rebound goes Garnett's way.
Look at the lineup that Flip Saunders has out there right now. They are relying exclusively on Kevin Garnett.
Against Dallenberg for the lead. Didn't get it into Iverson's hands. Iverson's pass deflected Garnett. Dallenberg comes back firing.
Kevin Garnett is guarding the entire team for Philadelphia. I don't think they pay Kevin Garnett enough.
Here comes Garnett.
Nice pass.
Into Miller's hands. And the lead is taken on an assist by Kevin Garnett with Oliver Miller on the other side.
What vision. What imagination.
His vision is remarkable.
Philadelphia's missed 13 of their last 14 shots. Where's the competitive response from Iverson, the big dog? Kenny Thomas.
No answer, though. He's a tough guy. Regains the lead now for the Sixers. We come down toward 10 minutes. They're going to need Iverson.
High-scoring games, Philadelphia does not succeed in.
Oh, no, they're behind the back. Garnett to Miller. Man, what a pass that was.
That's the greatest pass I've ever seen Kevin Garnett throw.
was a Houdini-like pass back there. What did Bill? Huh? It looked like
he's got
Bob Cousy at his finest. Unbelievable.
2 possessions ago, he turns and finds him without even seeing him, just assuming he's going to be there. This time, he says, well, I'm going to see how much more difficult I can make it. He's walking away. Tease him, KG. 24 points.
Robinson on the drive with the left hand.
But you have to be able to maintain your poise and composure under all circumstances. It's not as if Shaq is a rookie.
Exactly. He's been around microphones before.
Well, few people are more experienced in front of the microphone than Shaquille O'Neal.
Here's Robinson on the line for the 76ers.
One of the things that's really hurt Minnesota today is their deplorable three-point shooting. I mean, they're 3 for 14. That's 21%. Their two-point shooting, they're shooting 74% from the game.
Well, Flip's team's not getting to the free throw line as frequently as the Sixers, and normally that shows that a team is more aggressive that's getting to the line, especially when you see a road team like Philadelphia working its way to the free throw line. That's a big number in this game, and the Sixers lead it 86-85. We're down toward 8 minutes. Spree misfires. There's Snow. Head over now to Iverson. Lob pass to Robinson. It's a beauty, and he couldn't finish. Wow, he's got to finish a shot like that. Here comes Sprewell right back. A driving layup, Bill.
A complete game turner, that sequence there. A missed layup on one end, which leads to a fast break drive by Sprewell.
Iverson with daylight, nails it. That time Cassell got lost in a little bit of traffic. Iverson, he did start this one quicker.
And
now in the middle, Snow. He's going to come through for the driving layup. Spree had to make a decision. He jumped over on D'Alembert, and Snow just kept on coming. So the 76ers, with a fine response, lead it again, 92-89.
Remains to be seen, Brent.
All right, Michelle, 5:45 to go now. They're down by 3. Garnett in for the stretch.
Nice pass again by Garnett.
Boy, Berg's a great shooter. Not that time. Madsen with an offensive rebound. And it's Spree with a 2, and they miss. They go 0 for 2 on that trip.
Generally, when you get an offensive rebound, you want to bring it back out, run some more clock, put some more pressure on the defense, and get the ball to your MVP, Kevin Garnett.
Robinson turns on Hoiberg. Thomas,
what great
travels. And Garnett jumped in on him, and he couldn't do anything.
The range of Kevin Garnett on the defensive end, he's away from the ball. He's on the other side of the basket and comes all the way over. And from the time Kenny Thomas jumped in the air, Kevin Garnett was able to seal off that entire distance.
And Sam Cassell nails the 3 ball to tie it at the 4:50 mark.
And the screen set by Kevin Garnett.
Iverson being chased right now by Sprewell.
Well, they're just playing zone defense out there. And as Iverson, that's a dangerous play by Garnett. You don't want to do that because you never know if they're going to count that as a shot attempt.
So out of bounds sideline. Sixers after the foul call here. Robinson.
A lot of pump faking by the Sixers.
5 on that shot now for Iverson. Robinson's got to go. Missed everything. Shot clock violation. T-Wolves ball. Chance to regain the lead.
Hoiberg's willingness to put his body in harm's way and to get out there and just chase down wide open guys is just an invaluable contributor to this complete and deep squad that Kevin McHale and Flip Saunders have assembled here.
Cassell quickly to the attack. Over to Garnett for the lead. Got it.
Is there anything he hasn't done?
What a second half he's turned in here, Bill. One of the most impressive we've seen, and full of fire.
You know, excuse the person that's out there, because
This is a league of gladiators. If you're going to be a doormat, people will walk over you, and sometimes you got to, set your mark and stand on it, and be prepared to fight to the end, and that's what it is. But I'm totally different off the floor, man. I'm a lot jittery, a lot more calm. I like to crack jokes. I'm real laid back. When I'm on that court,
completely focused here in the second half, closing in on a triple-double, 26 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists. 1 assist shy of a triple-double here, with Minnesota leading it 94-92 and 4 minutes to go.
But Kevin Garnett's one of those guys who you cannot even approach in the moments before the game. He is so focused in and so determined to come out with the peak performance on command here. Eric Snow, wild foray.
He's able to save it. Got it back into Robinson's hands, however. And now foul against Minnesota, I believe, over there, judging from Flip's response to it.
Flip Saunders kicked a hole in the advertising banner over there.
Right underneath the E.
I love this game.
Yeah.
Flip Saunders so
if you go to the right, you'll see the hole right underneath the E. There it is. There it is. There it is. PBA, Reno Open, bowling coming up next here on ESPN. What a lanes they've got out in Reno. Here's Garnett backing down the free throw line on the turnaround. Can he get it to fall? He does. And Minnesota leads it 96-95. Now 2 minutes for the ball game, and you got to believe Allen Iverson, if he can get his pants put back together, is thinking of something.
His drawstring is...
I'm telling you.
That has to be some sort of violation.
Exactly. That's a uniform code violation.
At least against the rules of human decency.
I'm glad somebody didn't yank on those shorts when they were coming down there. So we've got a timeout here, Bill.
So very difficult to sustain your physical fitness level when you're injured. Allen Iverson really hasn't been able to play that much for the last 5 weeks. Second half drop-off. 2 games in a row now. The dude that he's played since having to sit out 2 with the bad finger. 1 for 8 shooting, just 6 points total in the entire second half for the NBA's leading scorer.
11 on that shot clock. Cassell is trailing Iverson. He's done most of the work against him. McKee with 7 attacks. Kicks down to Robinson. On a runner, the whistle. And Robinson's coming to the free throw line.
Randy Ayers going with a completely offensive-oriented lineup right now. There's going to make a little defensive substitution here as they'll have to retreat after the free throw attempts. But with the 3 guards and 2 forwards here, really presents a lot of problems for Flip Saunders' defense.
This is the 11th free throw this quarter for Philadelphia. Ties the score at 96. Dallenberg checks back in. Minnesota, Bill, has not been on that free throw line yet this quarter.
Well, it's amazing that Philadelphia could get that many free throws in this game, attempts, without having a post-up presence. It's not as if the big dog has been down back to the basket grinding it out. And they've been driving, they've been fighting for rebounds, and now they've got the lead with under a minute 40.
And they did it at the line on the road. Cassell,
nice
whips
flash.
it to Garnett. Garnett lays it in. 98-97, 2-0.
They went for the double screen for the guy coming out on the weak side, and Kevin Garnett, realizing that the defense had completely broken down, he just flashed wide open to the hoop.
30-point afternoon for Garnett. Iverson on a pump fake is covered, couldn't pull the trigger.
Cassell staying down. What discipline.
3 on the shot. Snow's got to hurry.
Cassell.
Boy, he's done some nice things. Great defensive job on Allen Iverson here by Hassel, who played collegiately at Austin Peay.
It's almost as if you have to have a double letter in your name to play for Flip Saunders here.
Garnett outside off iron. Sixers got a chance. Iverson in a foot race. And Allen Iverson hustling down the court against Hassel. Drew the foul. They are back on the line. Now watch Allen Iverson.
Iverson's coming from way out of the play. The ball is loose. People are leaning and reaching, and he's just on the dead run. So explosive.
He's perfect on the line today. He's 9 of 9. He's just tied it. We have 42 seconds left. Remember one thing that we showed you in that graphic coming out of the last time out. The 76ers have a foul to give yet. That's the lead. Iverson puts him ahead. And let's see, Flip wants to call a timeout. Madsen hands it back to Cassell.
Sprewell and Cassell are the main players right here.
Garnett posts up low on D'Alembert. Pump fake. Levin on the shot. Goes in the paint. Here comes Garnett. Taps it back up. He's on the line.
Shooting foul, so that'll be 2 free throws for Kevin Garnett. No complaint whatsoever. I thought Garnett lost the ball on the way up here.
He did tap back at it. There was no question about that. The body contact might have come prior to that on the shot. So they elect not to use that foul to wrap him up before he can pull the trigger. And because they foul him in the act of shooting, he's now on the line and he can put Minnesota ahead.
D'Alembert played them as well as you can.
Absolutely.
Forcing a right-handed shooter to turn all the way around.
Minnesota back ahead. Now 26 seconds, trailing by 1. Let's see how the Sixers play it. Madsen rides off of Iverson. Iverson attacks Cassell, kicks corner. Shot by Snow, misses. Dropped up by Madsen underneath. And Cassell's coming to shoot free throws with 15 seconds on the clock.
Are they going to call the timeout, or are they going to try to keep the flow going and not let Minnesota set their defense?
Ayers is up over there, and he'll call the timeout. Shooter, and I guess what we're thinking about here is if Iverson does not take the shot, who would you want to take the outside look? And McKee would certainly be someone you would think about here, Val. If the defense collapses on Iverson and he can kick it back on the outside. I see, though, that Kyle Korver, another excellent three-point shooter, has come onto the floor. So you've got McKee, Robinson, Korver, and Thomas to perhaps dig a rebound out. Iverson will take the ball out of bounds, which can make him dangerous on a return pass. There's Korver. They're down 3.
I don't know if you have to go for 3 right now. 15 and a half is a lot of time. You can get a quick 2 and then hope that they miss another free throw. But
yeah, that's a good point. 15-5 is a lot.
That's an eternity in the NBA. But a penetration and dish.
Back to Iverson. Now he's going to his hands. He's going to come all the way for the 2. Took it. Just what Bill suggested that they do. Now they'll have the quick foul, trailing it by 1.
Hassell's the guy. Hassell and Hoiberg are the guys you want to foul, not.
Well, they
Sam
put it
Cassell.
in, but they got to.
With the even getting an attempt.
Iverson tracks it down. 5, fires, not a good shot. Sam Cassell's got it, and that should do it. 2.2. That running effort by Iverson just did not have a pretty look to it.
With that much time, Kevin McHale can finally exhale. But generally, in a situation like that, with 10.8 seconds, you get at least 2 or 3 passes. I mean, throw it into a big guy who will then turn and kick it back out. But if you just go 1 against 5, as Iverson attempted there, that's rarely going to work.
It shows you, though, the difficulty of bringing the ball up the entire length of the court. If they'd had a timeout, they'd have had it at midcourt. Iverson could have stepped out, got a return pass. It would have been so much easier for Allen than what he had to do.
But Randy Ayers had to use all those timeouts in the 3rd quarter to stem the flood.
He sure needed one, though, Bill, at the end, I'll tell you. Back now to Cassell. That's going to do it. Minnesota down 18 in the first half. Rallies to beat a game Philadelphia team by 5, 106-101. high-scoring game, 207 points. So again, a victory for Minnesota, 106-101. PBA Bowling, the Reno Open up next. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com. For Bill Walton, Michelle Tafoya, and our entire ESPN crew, I'm Brent Musburger. So long from Minneapolis.